Hey, howdy, hello. Welcome back to a special video today, the greatest vinyl storage innovation of all time. And my solution right now has become a hybrid of both this amazing innovative company and basic IKEA shelving. I'm tired. Not only because I've been researching so many different vinyl storage solutions, but I'm just tired. I'm just tired of people, companies' empty promises, tired from trying to find a good solution that works for me and my needs, which have grown. The biggest innovation in vinyl history without even innovating vinyl. It's innovating where you put it, how you put it. It's just the best one-size-fits-all solution. I've been trying to get my setup down for years, not only just the gear side, the quality pressing side, logging on Discogs, my library, spending $30, $40 on every single variant of Stranger Things, and
me explaining to the record store employee how I have a completely unjustifiable addiction to Stranger Things vinyl.
And frankly, it's not that I've run out of room, it's that the room that I have isn't working for me. I'm tired of hodgepodge thrown together solutions. I'm tired of trying to build it all myself. I want to spend my time focusing on why I love this. Solves it for me on every single level that I need. Future-proof, and that's something because society changes so much. We need something that's revolutionary. And revolution was inevitable because the options out there, they're not great. After spending now years from leaning records, my first two records against the wall in 2016 to in the next video, building a wall of these, caused me to ask a lot of questions and jump down many rabbit holes. You're about to get in on the front end, on the ground floor, on an innovation that not only works for vinyl storage, which was an accidental story in and of itself, garages, attics, utility rooms, bedrooms, for purposes far beyond vinyl of any amount. I've been working on a few different solutions for someone with a handful of records, someone with a room of maybe a couple hundred, and someone with maybe 1,000. I can't wait to show you this. I've been using this for 2 months and it just works. I'm going to discuss different options, different solutions. You will see that because of every intricate detail they thought out, there's no right way to do it, but there's also many, many frustratingly bad ways. No more. Found a solution. Let's solve it. The first couple shelves you can get away with. You don't necessarily need anything. I think the biggest problem was moving from nothing or a couple records to a room with vinyl gear to a room with lack of space to store, or simply justifying that I didn't need a solution for it as you're trying to figure out how you want to arrange everything. At a certain point, even if you're collecting enough to fill a room, 100, 200, or 1,000. You can go to some of these other solutions and try to hodgepodge your way through bulky furniture and components that aren't compatible, that haven't been designed. There's justifications for choosing wood and there's justifications for choosing plastic. And if you look around your room, you're gonna find plastic everywhere in so many components and lots of heavy wooden furniture pieces. Both have their merits, but I want to show you why this solution is all-encompassing and solves all of the problems that one or both or a combination don't solve. The one that everyone talks about online, it's the Kallax. It doesn't make sense to get the single one. It's $35. You can get two for $40. It's such a great component that I'm choosing to use it for my current build because I'm able to mount it to the wall, store stuff I don't really need to access a lot in the cubes, have just enough space for gear that keeps everything neat and orderly. I mount it to a stud. I have a cute little shelf above it with a cute little light above that. I love that this is designed to be semi-permanent but light at the standard price point, sort of expandable, sort of multifunctional, floating, sitting, rising in a room on a wall around the world. Pretty portable, but mostly for one purpose. And that's what we're going to see with all of these. And if you have larger amounts, these are great and cheaper. You're not going to find another solution for $150. Now, this part scares me because I just don't know, for the people wanting certain finishes, designs, and certain functions in specific rooms, you may not be able to find it at IKEA or other places because these are so popular. And it led me to going ahead and buying a 1x2 and a 1x4, which I stored all of my vinyl and accessories on as a step one to a all-in-one vinyl storage solution. Not to be confused with some of their other ones that don't work, that people are specifically saying does not work for vinyl. All of these don't. But come at a price point where if you just need one and done, that's it. I also even used a hodgepodge of these. I don't know. There's other sites that sell the cubes. You can find them, but you have to make sure, and this happened to me, that they're 13 inches so that you can actually fit vinyl. I didn't really look and ended up making a hodgepodge mutant of a sad excuse for a shelf that I immediately ditched and went back to Kallax because they're not all the same. They're not all expandable. And they're not that sturdy when you start adding in quantity. It's frustrating. And especially at the price point of $40 for these. They're mostly aesthetic. It sent me down a Google search, more functional record storage solutions. There's whole furniture pieces you can get. There's little boxes. There's wooden crates. There's plastic crates. There's flight cases. And they all vary in size, price point, design, aesthetic. They're not combinable. They're not multifunctional. They're very oddly specific to vinyl. They don't hold that much. And they're all about the same price. The coolest, sturdiest ones that look amazing from little sellers on Etsy, upwards. Nothing wrong with wood. They're very single functional, bulky, kind of smelly over time that you still can't fly with them. If you want something that's going to be flight worthy, you have to buy something that's flight worthy. So we're going to exclude that from the conversation. That is a con of this whole process. Because if you wanted a nice like 5-tier rack and you wanted to fill it with like flight cases and something that like this that I really like because it folds, it's a rack that holds 250 pounds per shelf, but folds completely flat for transporting it, moving it to a different room. That gives you the most options movability wise. And that's sort of a different type of solution. What we want is something that's ergonomic, semi-permanent, fully collapsible. Now, this is interesting. This is made for records. Super thin, holds a bunch, super lightweight. It's a little concerning their marketing, the way the lady drops the needle onto the record right there. Just slams it on. Yeah, irreversible damage to the grooves right there. But she has a good solution. It's organized. It is very compatible. Given that you have a giant Kallax type cube system already in place, I like that it would fit in that system and go aesthetically. And it's around $50 for two. That scares me too, because I'm still limited to the wall, to a thin crate, and that price point is just not great. It's not convincing, because to fill a wall, we're already talking above what the crates you're about to see. If you wanted to do a wall mount, you could. These hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe more. This says 50. Doesn't look like 50 to me. I like that you can use it in a system or on the wall. It just doesn't give me enough. It looks cool, easy to clean, fits anywhere. And look at the price point. You get two, you get them for about $30. We're kind of in that 20, 30, 40 price range for what one cube would hold. About 50 to 60 to 70 records. Then I started hopping on eBay thinking maybe I can buy, I can get one of these wooden crates used, vinyl record storage crates used. And we're still in that same price range, and we're talking massive amounts of shipping. We're talking vintage ones, maybe sturdy, but definitely not as multifunctional, especially width-wise. You're limited to a large amount that's going to get very, very heavy, not only in price, but in weight. We don't want to overburden one unit. We don't want to put all of our vinyl in one basket. So I wasn't a fan of the solutions that I'm seeing here, especially for the price point. Something to be careful about these is the furniture weight limit. The furniture can take a max load of 55 pounds on the top. And this is on the 16. But doing a stacking thing on these is a bad idea. I've seen some videos of people combining and stacking Kallax on top of Kallax. And it sounds more like collapse to me. It sounds like a recipe for disaster when you use designs that aren't meant to work together. You could go crazy cheap with these polypropylene milk crate storage boxes you can basically get anywhere. Now, 11 inches is not even going to touch the top of it. 13 inches, you're not going to be able to stack them like that. They are multifunctional, and you can make some coffee on top of it. Some really crappy K-cup coffee on top that looks disgusting. And, maybe the most comparable thing that looks very interesting and in a cheaper price point is the extra wide crates. They look kind of old. I'm not really convinced on this new and old picture, but the shipping scares me as well. You go back to the box and you're looking at all the same price point for the wood that takes up one function. There are some really cool, nice, thick boxes that look long-term too. Not that you could build a wall of them or anything, but, you're talking double or triple the price point. Solid wood. Wood is cool. And then, like I said, the crates that work. You're still in the $50 price point plus shipping if you can get them. Maybe they're interlocking, but you don't get the handles, you don't get the collapsibility, you don't get the flexibility. You don't know where these have been over the last, handful of decades. I do feel like if you do want a solid solution, I love multifunctional solutions like this Trotton, because you can use it as a seat, you can use it as a leg rest, you can use it as a vinyl storage. It rolls around, you can roll it under your desk. You can forget about it or use it however you want. Now, the price point's not wonderful, and it's not the most solid design. It's a little bit flimsy. You can literally hear it rattle. If you end up going the Kallax route and you want to do the 1,000 records with $150, support braces in the back, backing to make sure the record doesn't fall out, and do all that customizing, you can do it. For me, it felt weird. It felt like a library vibe. It took up my entire wall. No matter what, it will in yours. It has one function, one mounting point. It's not truly expandable. You can't really stack these things safely. Heebie-jeebies thinking about it. There's like 3 color options, and they may not be in stock. They may not be deliverable. They're not really omni-orientable. Be very careful using these because those dividers are held in the middle by dowels. They aren't truly turnable with any orientation. The finish is very scratchable. Very scratchable. It's kind of pricey too for not very much storage and not very many options. It's frustrating looking at all these various solutions. It led me down many more searches and videos talking about cabinets, crates, ways to turn Kallax into a working shelf, other pieces of furniture that basically do the same thing, one single function, space taking mechanism just for vinyl that I can't pick up by myself and lift and move to another room without help. A giant wooden boxes that are, again, the same, if not higher priced, hard to find, and very single functional. If you have a really long one, you can only use it for basically a whole bunch of heavy vinyl from end to end. And these giant shelves, they look amazing. They're great for display. If that's your solution, there's so many ways to do that. But if you don't want to move your entire house and make it into an ordeal, or if you want an option that you can start and expand as you go, if you want something that's better price, portability, durability, multifunctional support, and future innovation, it's time to introduce you to Ubecube. It's completely collapsible. It's modular, omni-stackable, folds completely flat up to like 4 inches. Many options, rails, inserts, designs, from cooler bags to multifunctional drawers with a lid that closes for toys, garage parts, utility parts, a chair, all things that regular crates on their own would have to be very, very custom tuned to do. At a decent price, omni-stackable, collapsible, stowable, strong, lightweight, modular, ergonomic, and repurposable. And all you want to do if you want to purpose it just for vinyl, you start with this. This has everything you need. It's the large capacity, 12.5 by 12.5 by 12.5. 60 to 75 records in there, a divider in the middle to prevent warping, clear panels so you can see what's going on the outside. They're omni-stackable up to 3 in any position, any direction, any orientation. They all work together. The handles are great, and they're brand new. No risk of old, beat up milk that you get may or may not work in 5 years from eBay. It is clean, and they put a lot of thought into the design aesthetic to make it stand out. It doesn't have any reviews yet. No one has found out about them, is the reason. You can get it with the smoke panels, which look amazing, the blue tint, and they had some other ones that were sold out. Now, if you want to beef them up and really go crazy, you can spend $7 more, and you get these cool steel handles. And that really does increase the ergonomics because they're made of rubber, which is strong and flexible, and aluminum, not steel, and not the alloy. Flexible, elastic, and strong. You need all 3 of those things if you're going to be dealing with hundreds of pounds of this. Even more divider options. According to that, they thought of the long term. They thought of the internal, the external use, durability, single or double dividers, clear glass if you want it, a lid, or you can just make a shelf or a wall out of this stuff. It's thick plastic. It's got rubber feet, help with shock absorption. Now, if you just buy the regular crate, which is what I did, have no fear either. For $25, you can wait it out and add in these double rail panels with the dividers. Just ask them to modify and expand and change, to morph and evolve your Ubecube. They thought of everything, from every option they have to the design choices, the color options. They're all design first, they're style first, but they're functional first. And if you hate it, you even get it, you look at it, you don't like it, you can return it new or defective for 30 days. And a standard limited lifetime warranty that you would get with pretty much anything you'd get on Amazon anyway. Folds to 4 inches flat. It's multifunctional. It's at a good price point. And for 1,000 records, you could put them all in these Ubecubes for $600 to $700. Now, comparing that to around $200, you may say that's crazy. I don't imagine any of y'all picking up that and carrying it down the hall or even sliding it an inch further when you need to. Even if you gutted all the records out of it and put them back, there's zero portability functionality. Okay, but then you're going to argue, what's the cons? Maybe these aren't perfectly optimizable for vinyl because they have so many different other markets and they stumbled into the vinyl. It's true, not every oversized record that I have fits perfectly straight. Not every box set, and it's not internationally flight ready. There's an argument to be made. You could probably fit a flight case full of these. There's an argument to be made that why would you even need these at all? The ridiculous amount of stress, struggle, frustration that I've had trying to figure out a solution for the whole vinyl situation that this has just solved is worth it at a price point of $47. The expandability, which I'm about to show you in the next video with the wall of Ubecube, is blowing my mind how innovative this is. Let's talk a little bit about my current solution. So what did I do? Well, the solution I have over here is a basic drawer from IKEA with the basic shelves in sequential order with the 15-inch depth in black. It's $80. The goal was to get the Ubecubes off the ground for the air vent to flow up underneath, still be able to flow up underneath, 2 on each shelf, all the way up, and the top 2 facing vertical as sort of the standard cube experience, as sort of the standard crate vinyl flipping experience like you would get in the record store. I figured out with the drawer that these things can hold the perfect amount of weight for 2 Ubecubes, no more. They're not made of super strong steel, but they're lightweight steel and perfect for this use case that is a hybrid of combining beautiful IKEA design and room functionality with the innovation, flexibility, expandability, and uniqueness of what Ubecube is bringing. So I have that as well as the aforementioned double Kallax cube that serves as an in and out and a gear table, floating table. In comes Ubecube. They're just down the road in Missouri. Been around not very long at all, but the designers and the engineers have been. They're working on promotion and marketing stuff now because they really do care about this product. Just when I was talking to them on the phone and emailing them back and forth, you could tell how passionate they are about their customer satisfaction, how passionate they are about just like getting something in the hands of people that works. It's starting to show because people like Channel 33 RPM are starting to say things like,
"That's cool, man. I like this." You could create a whole wall of these.
I mean, milk crates in and of themselves, if you're gonna go crazy, a little bit cuckoo, if you're a little bit cuckoo, you could fishing supply, maybe. You could go modern art. You can mount it to literally any more art. You can make a dump. You can make a building. Wait. Yeah. That's what I mean when I'm talking about innovation. I mean, okay, that's the foam's disgusting because that's not really doing anything for sound. That's a great idea. Build a garden. Do something for the fish. Be careful about the plastic in the water. I'm not sure about that. That's a little dangerous and unsafe. So there's functions. Now, all of them good. Hey, that's cool. Take care of chickens. You could make some wall stuff out of it. That's what's kind of cool if you think about the possibilities with these things. You could theoretically go crazy with these things. You can make them as crazy as you want. You could put literally anything in them. You're not just buying them for vinyl, but I'm telling you. I mean, that's really cute. Imagine your cat in an Ubecube. Or your closet with shoes all around your clothes. Or under your bed. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea. Crap trap. hey, Ubecube, you guys need to start contact with the fishing industry. Make it into a table and put fossils on it. Or a desk. The desk idea is cool because, I mean, I kind of want to gut the legs on my table. The standing desk is great, but I really can't store anything under this unless I just put Ubecubes under it. I could save the space of the legs and the standing part and just use those. You could totally do whatever you want that fits your space, your spatial needs. Now, that's a little goofy. I would not suggest that, but you could definitely do that, and that's what's cool. Throw a pillow on top, take it on the road, and it folds flat, so you can stack a bunch of these and take them on the go. But while you got it at the house, go ahead and go crazy and use them for vinyl. Frank wants you to. I'm not affiliate. I don't really care about random companies that pop up. I'm telling you that every single one of their solutions they offer provides a great, decent bang for buck price. Portable, durable, multi-support, modular, lightweight, ergonomic, movable, repurposable, strong, incredibly strong, stowable, collapsible, omni-stackable, and future innovation. This company is just getting started. I'm building a wall of these things, and I have a few. Thank you to Brandon for sending me this one that I have today to show you. But I'm buying these because I love these. I genuinely think this is the coolest thing. Their website's really organized. You can literally hone in exactly what you want. Okay, I need accessories. And you can just find it. And I need these handles. And I'm expanding 3 with those. Plus, I bought a grabbing which solved so many little, like minuscule, part needs. Made it easily accessible, identifiable. I can even label it on the front little clip, on the front little part, on the front little grabber of the drawer. And I just thought this would be a cool addition for $7. Now I can make it movable when I need to move it. So now I'm totally completing the Ubecube experience. I was even thankful when I ordered my first order that, there was some stuff out of stock, and Ubecube was nice enough to say, look, hey, they're out of stock, but we're going to give you 10% off when we get them in stock, which was like a week later. This has truly been amazing. What a great experience with a great company who's seeking to innovate, who's doing solutions for full rehashes, for basic singular use or extra use, and a hybrid of both for full rooms, small rooms, or little things for the back of your car, and everywhere in between. There's so many options when you're talking about building a wall of these things too. I just haven't even scratched the surface. Vinyl, music gear, accessories, recording stuff that I need to store, all these little bins that I have across everywhere and in the attic. It's made the decision so much clearer. Start with this, expand it when I need it, and not worry about it. It just works. I'm super excited to get these ordered and show you the wall. Until then, thank you so much for watching, for spending the time to research this with me, and keep on grooving your way.